me hot. Yeah. Get me hot.
We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Welcome to another edition of Bro Talk Live, the best show on late night for you by us. It's your main man, Jason, and the director C as usual. Thanks for tuning in on another Tuesday night with the crew. Don't forget, hit us up in the comments. Let us know what you hear. We'll get your comments on the air. It makes for a much funner experience. Funner, is that a word? I think it is. If not, I just claimed it. Christopher Columbus style. I'm claiming it. Dex, what up?
Dex here, super excited to be here. Look, so I know we have a lot of conversations about things that don't belong, right? We talk about like you shouldn't put sugar in grits, or you only should put salt and pepper in grits or whatever. Tonight I made grits and I tried something new, and I can tell you guys that Alfredo does not belong in grits.
I know you lying to me.
Putting Alfredo in grits is probably the worst decision I have ever made in my life. I am regretting it.
Disgusting. So we actually have seats tonight's going to be in honor of you. Not seats, clips tonight's going to be in honor of you. The theme for clips tonight is sickos. So that's what you're going to sponsoring tonight.
Yeah. My body is like, please don't ever do this to me again.
What made you put Alfredo in grits?
I was like, let me try something different tonight. So I was like, I'm gonna do some Alfredo sauce in my grits. I want to try something like out of the box.
Yeah, literally the Kraft macaroni and cheese box. What kind of
Well, not Alfredo like the noodles. It is like just Alfredo sauce.
That's the
grits. And can I just say though, I will say this because I season the sauce, and like you know how you normally, I guess, we use water. I use like the Alfredo sauce, so it's like Alfredo sauce grits. Now, I regretted it at the end, but during the process of it, it was actually pretty good.
That is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Tyler God, what up?
Hello, everyone. Apologize for missing last week. I had a nasty cold, very nasty one.
Okay, well, you doing much better?
Not much better, but bad.
Okay.
Maybe randomly going off camera is probably where I coughed a bit.
Okay.
And if you see me randomly going up, never mind. It's for different reasons.
That's great.
All right, Eric, what up?
What up, bro? Chilling, man. Dex just knocked me off my square, man. That was disgusting.
What makes you do something like
that?
Right.
Yo, we will knock it, and we will not try it. Okay.
That'll be a good Dexter does it for the group to do.
Yeah, no,
you got your noodles ready for tonight?
No, I have another thing. I've moved past it.
We have
those noodles are the Epstein files.
No, you did not properly make them last week. No,
you see how now tonight I'm talking about Alfredo flavor grits. Next week's gonna be something else. I'm gonna keep moving the goalposts further and further away from those noodles, just like those Epstein files. Speaking of Epstein files, guess what's first, guys? Politics as usual.
Politics as usual.
All right, guys. It comes to a point where we have to stop playing dumb. Donald Trump is once again floating a third term, and he's selling, of course, these Trump 2028 hats. He's teasing now a different loophole, a vice president loophole, and his allies, including noted racist Steve Bannon, are already out there saying it out loud. A third term is coming. During his little Asian tour that he's on right now, he's in Japan. President Trump said that he would, quote unquote, love a third term. And then when someone suggested this backdoor strategy of running as vice president in 2028 with the possibility of stepping in if a future president somehow resigned, he clearly already thought of that because he said as much.
One theory on how you might try to serve a third term is that you could run as the vice president.
Yeah, I'd be allowed to do that.
Is it the White House or the White House counsel to your legal position?
No, you'd be allowed to do that, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't do it. I think it's too cute. Yeah, I would rule that out because it's too cute. I think the people wouldn't like that. It's too cute. It's not It wouldn't be right.
It's too cute. Okay.
Too cute.
I don't know what that means.
He wants to grab it by the, now he doesn't want to just slip in. He wants to grab it, take it. As he's known
Oh,
to
I
do.
got you. He wants
He's-
the hostile takeover, not a legal takeover.
Yeah, no, he's not trying to circumvent anything. He just wants to grab it by the, and it's not just Trump, though. His former chief strategist and noted racist, like I said, Steve Bannon, is openly talking about a third term coming, framing it as inevitable and even deserved.
Well, he's going to get a third term. So Trump 28, Trump is going to be president in 28, and people just ought to get accommodated with that.
So what about the 22nd Amendment?
There's many different alternatives. At the appropriate time, we'll lay out what the plan is, but there's a plan, and President Trump will be the president in 28. We had longer odds in 16 and longer odds in 24 than we got in 28. And President Trump will be the president of the United States, and the country needs him to be president of the United States. We have to finish what we started. And the way we finish it through Trump is a vehicle. I know this will drive you guys crazy, but he's a vehicle of divine providence. He's an instrument. He's very imperfect. He's not churchy, not particularly religious, but he's an instrument of divine will. And you can tell this of how he's pulled this off. We need him for at least one more term, right? And he'll get that in 28.
You're not driving me crazy. I'm trying to understand the coherence of the things you've just told me in the last few minutes. On the one hand, you've said the Constitution is fit for purpose. Secondly, you've said that President Trump needs another term, even though the 22nd Amendment makes pretty clear that he cannot have another term.
Why does it make that clear?
Because he's on his second term already.
At some point in time, we will make sure we go through, Zanny, and define all those terms.
My God. My God. Very matter of fact. When pressed about all of this, Speaker of the House, MAGA Mike Johnson, said that he knows the Constitution doesn't allow for it, but then shrugged it off as, Trump just trolling the Democrats, owning the Dems, This is what he had to say.
But I think the president knows, and he and I have talked about the constrictions of the Constitution, as much as so many of the American people lament that. The Trump 2028 cap is one of the most popular that's ever been produced, and he has a good time with that, trolling the Democrats whose hair is on fire about the very prospect. But I do believe that we've got 3 extraordinary years ahead of us, and the 2 years of the Trump administration are going to be an incredible thing. And I don't see a way to amend the Constitution because it takes about 10 years to do that, as you all know, to allow all the states to ratify what 2/3 of the House and 3/4 of the states would approve. So I don't see the path for that, but I can tell you that we are not going to take our foot off the gas pedal. We're going to deliver for the American people, and we've got a great run ahead of us. We'll have 4 strong years.
So the 22nd Amendment, as MAGA Mike Johnson said, is clear. No president gets more than 2 elected terms. But when Trump says, all these different sorts of languages, you tell me if I'm going to run again and all this other stuff, and I have my highest ratings ever, why wouldn't I run? And the party leaders like MAGA Mike kind of stay quiet. What are we really watching here? From, the January 6th fallout, the stacking of the courts, the warning signs have been blinking for years, but now the noise around it is gone, and all that's left is kind of like consent by silence. So why do you think the GOP is letting Trump flirt with this dictatorship thing in plain sight? And if so, what do you think the end goal is here? Because is the party just for one person, or should it involve other people? I feel like it should be like a plan where Trump's not involved, right?
I'm glad you used the word dictatorship because that's exactly what this appears to be. And there's 2 things about this package that stood out to me. The first one was when they asked Donald Trump about the whole vice president thing. And you cannot run for vice president because if you're not able to serve as president, you can't run as vice president. You're not allowed to run as vice president. That is a fact. And I feel like he should have corrected them and said that. Maybe he doesn't know. And that concerns me that he doesn't know. Which brings me to my next point. MAGA Mike said, contrary to popular belief, Trump and I have discussed amendments. What exactly were y'all discussing? What
else would you be discussing?
He knows what it is. You know what it is. What are y'all talking about?
Yeah. And he found it necessary to address him when he talked to him, quote unquote, last night.
About that. So
about that.
It leads me to believe that he does not know that he cannot be the president again, and he is willingly trying to find a way for himself to run again, and not just because the hats are doing so well, but because he thinks that this is his rightful place in society. This is insane to me.
Huh. Was that Ty? Are you trying to say you told us something?
I think we are discussing this matter as if we're going to tell him he can't be president as a super matter-of-fact thing because of what the Second Amendment says.
20 seconds.
I don't feel 20 second wait. Second Amendment is for something else.
It sure is entirely different.
The Second Amendment is what we're going to need if we plan on getting Trump out of office.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Trump is leaving. And I don't think they plan on having another election. I don't think they plan on Trump leaving. I think the only way that their plan doesn't go through, and their masterful plan that has gone off without a hitch, by the way.
Yes.
And they've explained it to you from the beginning. So nobody's blindsided. Nobody's surprised. They very, very much. And I want to acknowledge really quickly that they did not do all this for Obama to run and for Obama to win. That's not happening. So I want everyone to stop thinking that's happening. It's not. Donald Trump is going to find some way, like he's training his own special military. He's building a bunker. So I hope you guys don't think that's a ballroom. He's building a fortified bunker data room.
I get all of that, but at the end of the day, though, like, what's the end goal, though? Like, he's not going to live forever. He's almost 90 years old.
He's going to keep being president because they need him as the figurehead to continue their work. You heard.
Well, I guess my question is: so people like Ron DeSantis or JD Vance or Marco Rubio, people who are kind of in proximity to being next in line, you think they're just going to keep waiting?
Their point, and what Steve Bannon is trying to say, which I don't think people are really picking up, is Trump is the only one who can get. Trump is the only person who can be president again and have this many people not care.
Yes, because if you run any of those other people,
for it.
If they even try to throw the support behind some of those other people, people aren't going to blindly follow them. And that is the real thing. Like, where is this blind loyalty to Donald Trump coming from? Like, and it's not just the people in Congress and Senate, it is like regular American citizens. And it's this blind loyalty that, like, I need a magnifying glass to figure it out, because nobody else will get away with this. Not even another Republican. Nobody will get away with the stuff that Donald Trump does.
Like, what are the main points? They're like, you guys are such idiots. Donald Trump is paying for the ballroom himself. I'm like, Donald Trump is simultaneously suing the American people for the amount of money that he's contributing to the ballroom. What are you talking about?
Yes, he is.
He is not paying for the ballroom.
And then there was a report that came out, speaking of the ballroom, and then we'll get Eric in, but there was a report that came out that said that the amount of square footage that ballroom's reportedly supposed to cost, if you break it down, it's supposed to be, $350 million is how much they're paying for it, right? If you broke it down by the square footage, it's $3,000 per square foot. And they said there's no way that something would cost that much. So there's a theory out there that this is some sort of money laundering scheme and all these other theories that it's not exactly $350 million is what the ballroom's going to cost, but that's how much they're saying that they're going to put towards it. So like Todd said, it's all smoke and mirrors. You never really know.
But just real quick, how crazy it would be that if you leave out of there, you're going to have no Rose Garden because you've already cemented over there, and then you've demolished half the building. That ballroom's not going to get finished. Like, I don't think it's a bunker. People were saying that. I think that this is literally a scheme of some sort.
Yeah,
maybe the money laundering thing. I don't know, but like, there's not going to be a ballroom. That ballroom is never going to get built.
I'm supposed to be completed until after he leaves anyway.
It's never going to get done. Like, it'll never get done, and I don't think it was ever supposed to get done.
I think what's under it's getting done.
It's under there.
Somewhere we can go when y'all try to stop him president again. Y'all gonna try to stop him, but you're not gonna be able to stop him. Donald Trump will be your president. Steve Bannon.
No, he won't. No, he won't.
Well, then don't call him a president. Call him a king, supreme leader, whatever you want to call him.
Eric, what do you think about the third term situation? Is it inevitable at this point because no one's got a backbone to kind of say anything about it?
Nah, I don't think it's inedible. I think that these people are just gonna toe the company line that nobody's gonna ever say anything else against him. So they're
Not
not
at
gonna
any
say.
point. Like you have the
And
chance to
I
be
mean,
president, JD Vance, and you're telling me you're just
I
going to
mean,
sit and wait for this
Well,
man to die?
no,
they didn't. They
no,
didn't.
he
They
doesn't.
did. They didn't even correct him when he was dead wrong when he said he's gonna run for vice president. You know what I mean? Even though he was, everybody in the United States knew he was wrong by saying that. The people that are closest to him wouldn't even say no, you're wrong. They don't tell him he's wrong on anything, so they're
You're
not gonna
right.
go against him.
He's a gift to
They don't.
entertainment. It's like a toddler. Like he's an
They
entertainer,
don't.
like he's a
Yeah.
child.
They don't correct him in any way or anything he says. And when it comes to this ballroom he's building, it's going to be a big asshole in the side of the White House. But when he leaves,
Sure
it is
is.
never.
I think they really need a sign
It's
to look
not
at.
going. It's not going to get built. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my theory is I think that he's trying to wreck the White House so he can just build something else so he can just go something else. You know what I mean? Like
He
I
can
don't
take
think
the
it's a
White House
bunk.
down.
I don't
Like,
no
yeah.
no no. What I'm saying to you is I'm not saying he's going to tear the White House down. I think he's going to make it where as though it's unlivable, so he can, like y'all say, he can go build himself a bunker or something, another kind of structure where he can set up shop. Like he doesn't like being in the White House.
If
But
they
it's
do that, I would
insane.
personally drive down there and drag his ass out of there. We're not having
Yeah,
this. Enough is enough, to be
yeah,
honest with
yeah,
you. Come on now.
Yeah, I agree. All right,
yeah,
let's
yeah.
move on.
Okay, yeah,
We
okay.
got a lot to get to tonight. Thanks for joining us, by the way. In a wide-ranging BBC interview, Formula, Kamala,
Formula Kamala.
former Vice President Kamala Harris made her boldest statement yet about her plans for 2028. She says that she may run for president again, and despite a bruising loss last year, she's not walking away. Harris has a new book out, as we all know, 107 Days. Dex, have you read it?
I have not read this one.
Okay. Detailing the world. My auntie read it, and she told Aunt Joanne read it. Eric, she told me about it. Detailing the whirlwind campaign she launched after President Biden bowed out, but many Democrats still blame her for a lackluster race, unclear messaging, and failing to connect on key issues like the economy. But still, Harris is defiant. She says politics is in her bones, and she brushed off polls that have her trailing behind not just other Democrats, but even Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Or the stories of your baby nieces, Amara and Leela. When are they going to see a woman in charge in the White House?
In their lifetime, for sure.
Could it be you?
Possibly.
Have you made a decision yet?
No, I have not.
But you say in your book, I'm not done.
That is correct. I am not done. I have lived my entire career a life of service, and it's in my bones. And there are many ways to serve. I've not decided yet what I will do in the future beyond what I am doing right now.
But you've been very clear that it's a possibility you might run again to become president. And in my experience interviewing politicians, when someone says I'm not done, it means they are thinking seriously about running. But when you look at the bookies' odds, they put you as an outsider, even behind Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I mean, is that underestimating you?
I think there are all kinds of polls that will tell you a variety of things. I've never listened to polls. If I listened to polls, I would have not run for my first office or my second office, and I certainly wouldn't be sitting here in this interview.
Well, she needs to start reading polls because she behind.
Why you put the camera on me while I was doing that?
This is sad. This is sad, man. This is real
I'm
sad,
not done.
man.
Keep going. If you got something to say,
man, this is real sad, man. I'm thinking about voting for Stephen A. Smith before I vote for her.
Don't do that.
At this point, come on, bro.
Okay.
I hate to say this. Run the disclaimer, man. She's a loser. She just need to. She just need to know.
Let me tell y'all something.
I'm not going to do this.
We're not doing this again.
Not doing this.
We're
not doing it. I'm with you, Ty.
I'm sorry, man.
I'm with her. Him, her, whatever. Meanwhile, California Governor Gavin Newsom is emerging as a leading alternative In multiple interviews, he's confirmed what many suspected, that he's considering a 2028 run. He says he'll make a decision after the 2026 midterms, but the buzz is already real. He's visiting battleground states, clashing with Trump regularly, and leaning into the role of a Democratic counterpuncher. And the numbers are adding up. Newsom's odds of winning in 2028 are climbing. His favorability has improved, and many see him as the candidate already being auditioned, whether he's admitting it or not. Kamala Harris says that she's still in the game, but there is doubt in the base. Meanwhile, Gavin, although he isn't officially running, Polymarket has him at a 22% chance to be the next president. Higher than Trump, higher than who else is down here? The Rock, Pete Buttigieg, and Marco Rubio.
Yeah, but who's higher
Why
than
does
him?
Trump have any percent chance? That's what's hilarious.
0.
So the question that we're going to debate: do Democrats really want Kamala as the front runner again, or is it time to pass the baton? And if so, is Newsom already the one holding it? What you guys think?
No, we don't want Kamala. No.
Why not? Because she
No.
because she lost. Trump lost in 2021, and
She's a
then he came
loser.
back and won it.
She's a loser. Unless she finds a personality, she's a loser, bro. We just need to
Trump
move on.
just lost and he came back and won.
We just move on. He won on hate, bro. He won on hate.
Well, love
You
over
think
power.
Kamala Harris is a loser?
A bona fide, certified loser.
I don't know. I can't align with that. Like honestly, I feel like there's a lot of miscalculations that happened in that last election, but I don't think she got a fair shake.
I like what you did there. Miscalculations. Miscalculations for sure. Mistabulations, I'm sure. Yeah.
But I feel like she didn't get a fair shake overall. And in her book, from what I understand, like kind of talks about that. Like she had 107 days to run a campaign. And I do think people mobilized behind her. And I think, like Eric, you said, like Trump won on hate. And I think that hate has turned this country upside down. And I do think that in the next election, we're going to want to see some type of change. And I do think she could bring about that change. I just want her to stop doing interviews like that, though. Like, don't do no more interviews.
What was wrong? What was wrong with the interview?
Like, so first off, if you're sitting down and you're having a serious interview with someone who was running for president of the United States, to tell them that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is beating them in a poll, what do you want me to do with that information? He's not going to run.
Well, this is a British broadcasting company, so
but it's disrespectful and it's stupid, to be honest with you, because like, look at it. Look at this show right here. That's a clip that we pull. That's entertaining. American politics have run on entertainment at this point. So like, if you're putting sensationalized clips like that out, we're gonna run with it. And like, honestly, it makes it like, well, maybe The Rock should be running for president. And I think that like takes away from her a little bit, and she can't afford to do that.
I mean, the woman was talking. This is a Polymarket poll. It exists. It's not like she made it up. Like,
well, now when you show this, now I understand why she says I don't pay attention to polls, because I can't pay attention to this.
Hell, she had my point exactly. She has no personality, bro.
I think if Donald Trump allows, and we do have another election, she has a chance to win. Like, I don't want to like say, oh, she's a loser. Like, I think she has a stellar resume. I think she was way more qualified to be president.
She's the most qualified person to ever run for president.
And they rigged the election, so there's that. So I'm not going to sit here and say like she can't win because she won that election. They just, you know what they did, and so I think she's qualified, but I don't think the people want to stand behind her. I think that Democrats look like they're leaning more towards Gavin, to be honest with you. So he looks like he's going to end up probably being our leading person. And if Trump allows, I would definitely vote for him.
And I'm not just saying this as to bloviate. Like, she literally is the most qualified person.
No, she is. I don't like
you got to stop saying that, though. You have to.
As far as offices that she's held, she is the most qualified person.
But like, you have to stop that. Like that right there. Like, stop.
But to act like she's just some novice that's a loser. No, she's literally won her whole life. She lost one race. Like, let's relax.
It's a pretty big race that she lost.
But why did she lose it, Dex? Did she lose it?
But what
You
I'm
know?
saying is you have to stop with the mindset of saying she's the most qualified. She would be good at this because
Why?
because you think like that, and that's the reason why you voted the way you voted in the last election. You have to realize that these people are crazy out here. She said it herself. These MFers are crazy. Like
Okay.
they're not voting
What's the
on
good?
logic. They're not
I'm
looking
not
at
trying to convince people by saying that. I'm just restating Ty's point because I didn't want to come off as flippant by saying it. I wanted to actually make the point that no, she actually is. I'm not trying to convince anybody that's on the other side right now. I don't care about that right now. We have 3 years for that.
Okay, well,
If she decides to run, maybe she will. Maybe
you
she
don't
won't.
care about that. She don't care about polls. I get it. We'll be next in what 3 years? We'll be right here again.
Because you're doing a great job advocating for a Democrat right now.
I can't help it.
Okay, I know you can't. I know you can't. That's the
I'm
problem.
trying. I'm trying here with them.
Try harder.
Well, they got to try hard.
We could use you.
This is why we can't win an election because this is what we do.
I can't help it.
Dex just can't unite with someone who's trying. You know.
Sorry,
it has to be perfect. We're days away from 42 million Americans losing access to food assistance, and I didn't just misread that. 42 million Americans are going to lose access to food assistance as the federal shutdown drags on. The government's largest anti-hunger program, SNAP, is on track to run out of money by November 1st and it's October 28th. That means missed meals, overrun food banks, and real suffering just in time for the holidays. If the government remains shut down, SNAP benefits, formerly known as food stamps, stop. That's $8 billion in food assistance gone, leaving nearly 1 in 8 Americans with no help putting food on the table. States are scrambling. This is a chart. SNAP enrollment as percent of county population. The red is bad, really bad, 50% and up of people who are on SNAP assistance. As you can see, the Southeast and honestly the Northwest, which is surprising to see, takes up a lot of that. California is deploying the National Guard. Minnesota is dipping into reserves, and Virginia is spending $37 million a week just to keep families fed. But governors on both sides admit that they can't cover the full gap. The USDA says it legally can't keep the benefits flowing, and Democrats say that that's nonsense, and they filed lawsuits. But in the meantime, of course, families are left in limbo. Senator Chuck Schumer says that Democrats won't agree to reopen the government until Republicans negotiate protections for health care premiums. He's betting that this public pressure from people seeing their bills will force the GOP back to the negotiation table. Congressman Jim Jordan's old tweet from 2021 is also making rounds, where he wrote, Democrats control the House, Senate, and White House, but if there's a government shutdown, they'll still blame Republicans. What a joke. And that is exactly what Republicans are doing now, that they control the House, Senate, and the White House. So who owns the narrative, you think, if people go hungry? The party blocking a clean spending bill or the one defending Social Security nets? In the bigger picture, does this threaten the Democrat brand heading into the midterms if people are hungry and no one's willing to negotiate anything for people who are literally out here starving?
And don't all jump in at once, huh?
I don't know what to say.
It's a good question, right? It's hard to say because it's like people associate. Sorry, I'm just gonna say people associate affordability with the Democrats, right? Like that's kind of, social safety nets and all that stuff is supposed to be a Democratic platform, right? And it seems like this is something that the Democrats could sign off on, but you're giving up a lot with the ACA, the Affordable Care Act. So you're damned either way for the Democrats, and your only leverage is to kind of hold out here, right?
I feel like that's the reason why I paused, because I didn't want to say it, because I feel like I'm not doing a good job with representing Democrats tonight. But to be honest with you, at the end of the day, the Democrats are going to lose in this situation.
You think so?
Yeah, because eventually they're going to have to be the ones to fold.
It's sad, man. The people that are voting on all this stuff ain't missing no meals and ain't worrying about where that next meal is coming from. You know what I'm saying?
I realistically, I'm with Dex. I just don't think the Republicans are going to meet them halfway in any way, shape, or form.
Nope.
Like the Democrats are going to have to sign whatever they have to sign in order to get the government back open, because the Republicans are not going to move. they're also very good at messaging and saying that this is the Democrats' fault. And Trump's base believes that, right? It's not like they're like, well, logic says that you guys are running all three branches of government. You should, but they're not going to.
They don't care what the public thinks. Like that,
they do not care. But it's weird because the public doesn't even care what the public thinks. The fact that people on social media are arguing about this, like it is actually insane to me because like I guess the idea behind it, people look at it like, well, who's on these benefits and who's using this, and it's just like people, everybody knows somebody that's on these that are using government assistance. Everybody knows somebody,
right? Yeah.
And like you can't tell me that like you think it's fine and it's okay for children and elderly and disabled people to go without food. Like it's unacceptable.
And I don't know why we're all sitting here acting cute, like it won't affect you. Like if you do have the money for groceries, congratulations to you, right? Great job, pat yourself on the back.
For now, yeah.
But people like these grocery stores take in ridiculous. A lot of their income through these benefits. And so what do you think happens if people no longer have that money to spend in the grocery store? Good luck continuing to be able to afford groceries. Like I hate when we act like we're not a connected society. You have the money, you're middle class, you're 3 paychecks away, maybe. From being just as poor as these other people, and then maybe you're 2 paychecks away, and maybe you're even 1 paycheck away. Probably like to sit around and pretend like we're holding. Oh, well, you get out there and work. Then we're being ridiculous. Like this is going to affect everybody.
But I think what's scary to me is that I don't think people are pretending though. I think people genuinely believe this, and I think there's like the messaging around welfare, which has been around for decades at this point, it is seeped so deep into our pores at this point that we really believe the stuff that we're regurgitating, and it's like you said, like people, and not just 1 or 2 paychecks away, but it's like not even just you, but like your family members, your friends. Like you're going to cripple society by allowing these people to go hungry. And also, if you really want to go there, people are not going to allow themselves to go hungry.
Yeah.
So like they're going to figure out ways to get themselves food. There is a young man who once said, "If my kids are hungry, I'll snatch the dishes out of your kitchen."
Yeah.
You take their life for what you take it for. And like I do feel like that will happen in this society, especially in Philadelphia.
But this is the big plan that I think that what does Trump want to do? He wants to bring in the National Guard to all of these cities. They're going to cause civil unrest, man. When people go hungry, they're going to start breaking into stores, robbing people. Crime is going to go through the roof, and then that's how they're going to get the National Guard into all of these cities, man.
And then what else happens after that? The Democrats are like, okay, fine, take away healthcare.
Yeah,
we got to get these people fed.
Yeah.
I don't see the Democrats winning.
That's what's going to happen. And then you'll stick on the other side, but that won't affect people in the same way. That's more individualized suffering, right? Because you don't have healthcare, you get treated, you get a massive bill, and then now you can't really participate in the economy because you're saddled with debt. So that's a big fat wealth now.
But another one of the biggest lies that's ever been told is that they don't realize there are more Caucasian people on welfare or SNAP than Black people. They always associate welfare, food stamps, and the other things with Black people of color. But
I think they do, but I don't know why that's such a battle we feel like we need to fight though. Like if every Black person in the country was on welfare, then so what? Like people
it's not a battle. It's just a lie that they always perpetuate, man.
Like it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Well, it's going to be a lot more because Amazon today, I think yesterday, fired 30,000 corporate jobs. And these totals from these tech companies, the amount of people that they are letting go because, of course, artificial intelligence and automations and stuff like that. The numbers are astronomical. And so not only, Dex, were you complaining about not being able to find a new job and all this other stuff, just jokingly, but the fact that you have 30,000 people entering the workforce at the exact same time, not being able to find a job, is, like you said, it's going to cause civil unrest because what you're supposed to do.
But when I said that, I was talking about a friend of mine, not myself.
I said jokingly.
Oh, okay. Just in case.
And if people can't afford food, the holiday season is approaching. You know that's going to affect the holiday season like
Yeah,
crazy.
right on time, right? It's ridiculous.
Yep.
All right. Once again, Dex is not looking for a new job. He might be looking for a new podcast soon, though.
I can't breathe. Will anyone fight for me?
No, Dex, I didn't put the Lincoln story here. I know you were thinking. You're like, I know you didn't put the Lincoln story here.
No, it's just when that beat plays in general, like my whole mood just goes down. Like it's just you just feel depressed immediately.
This is Racist, the part of the show where we determine if something that happened in society is indeed racist. It was just a bag of chips, but for one black teenager in Baltimore County, where I'm from, where Eric is from, it nearly turned into. Okay, I mean, okay, Baltimore. I'm sorry if it's at the county. My bad. But it nearly turned into a life or death moment. 17-year-old Taki Allen was waiting for a ride after football practice. He was chatting with his friends and eating a bag of Doritos when armed officers surrounded him, guns drawn, ordered to the ground, cuffed. All because an AI surveillance system scanning school cameras flagged his snack as a gun. Here is the body cam footage.
Hey, partner, do you have a gun on you?
No. What?
Do you have anything blue that looks like a gun?
No. Is your phone blue? Can I grab it real quick? Yeah, you can grab it. It's black. I don't have nothing blue on me.
Nothing?
No, only my shoes. Okay. Just lean back, right? Okay.
Are any of those your bags?
No, I don't have no bag.
Okay.
Separate your feet.
It's going to be the one Kid Ruiz has.
Yeah.
I don't think it is. It looks like a bag or something. Yeah.
Because there's a bunch of blue chips around. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it looks like he's holding it like this, and that could be the back of the...
Yeah, it looks like just an empty, like, Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, just so you guys are aware, so basically the cameras around the system, they pick up on things that look like guns. I guess just the way you guys were eating chips, Doritos or whatever, it picked it up as a gun. That's all. AI is not the best. Yeah, you can just ID and cut loose. Yeah. It registers as a gun.
I somehow I missed the part. There was a part in there that I guess I clipped at the end where the guy said, "I'm glad you guys didn't run. That would have been a real problem." And he kind of laughed it off. It was like gross. What's your reaction? Racist? Not? Do you need more information? Do you understand? Why things happened the way that they did?
No, I don't understand why things happened the way that they did. Because if you could look at the footage and then you came to the determination that, like, oh, this looks like a bag or something like that, why wasn't that done before these kids were put in handcuffs?
Yeah.
I do not think that, oh, this is such a racist thing or whatever, but I do think that there's a lot of racial connotations with this, because you have to ask the question, if these kids weren't black, would this have happened to them? And like, it's hard for me to say no.
Right. No, the school resource officer, I guess, saw the video as being flagged, decided to call it into police station. The call reportedly was canceled, but I guess no one told the police, who was already on their way. And that's how this kid ended up in handcuffs. I mean, okay, kid has, like, did he shoot somebody? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it a danger? Like, why were you immediately ordered to the ground without even seeing the gun? It just seems very, of course, aggressive. I
just don't understand how even an AI system would see this person is holding a gun if they're eating. Like, what
they were just holding, I guess, the bag up, balled up, like in their hand, and that sort of
holding it up like this, like
no, like not like holding it at someone, but like holding it in their hand, kind of balled up like a newspaper would be, like in that cylindrical.
Who holds a gun like that though?
Ty,
this actually, yeah, this is one.
This is okay. So we're not going down the gun, the kid with the gun that you think put it together and disassembled it. that we're
No,
not
that
going
was
that.
outrageous. That was ridiculous. This, on the other hand, this you might have something with this one.
You might have something with this.
Okay. Any other reactions, Eric, Ty? No. Okay. Eric, is this area? What's this? Kenwood? Is that anything notable about Kenwood?
That's the county, man. That's Baltimore County. I mean, it's like,
What does that mean to people who aren't from Baltimore?
right. I mean,
Suburban? Is that where you're getting at?
yeah, it's suburbia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
It's definitely not the. It's definitely not. It's definitely not the city, because if it was the city might not even respond to that. So.
Well, also I noticed that all the cops are white, so
Wait,
that tells me a lot as well.
Wait, you saying the city would have responded to it if it was an allegation and not an actual?
I mean, looking at the footage, I think the city cop would have been like, "Yo, that's a Dorito bag." Like, we actually got to go to this,
All right.
But,
well, we wish him the absolute best. We know that something like this is very traumatizing to a child of that age. And we hope that what were you looking like that for, Dex? Is it not traumatizing to be arrested or have your hands?
He knows why I'm looking at him.
At who?
He knows.
Hey, Ty. How you doing? You yawning? You was bored? Okay, I guess we'll move. Okay, I guess I'll move.
Yeah, R. Kelly crash out. I'm fighting for my life. That's me. Right.
A homecoming for many college institutions was this past weekend. For many of us, it's a tradition. And for those of us who went to Lincoln, it hits different because this year something was off. And it wasn't just Lincoln. It was Howard. It was Jackson State. It was Alcorn State. It was South Carolina State. It was happening to our spaces. It's crazy. Lincoln homecoming, like I said, was this weekend, October 25th, just outside the International Cultural Center. Gunfire broke out during the post-game tailgate. 25-year-old Jawan Jeffers, a non-student from Wilmington, Delaware, was shot and killed. 6 others between the ages of 19 and 30 were injured. All survived, but of course, trauma is real and it stays with you. One person has been arrested, Zaquarius Morgan Thompson. He's been charged for carrying a concealed weapon, but his direct connection to the shooting is unclear. The FBI and the Pennsylvania State Police are still investigating that. And then just one day earlier at Howard University in D.C., 5 people were shot during a Greek step show near Georgia Avenue, not on the campus, but around it. A 13-year-old was among the victims. Again, no Howard students were suspects or victims, but police linked it to a street altercation and 3 guns were discovered. Then there was South Carolina State, 2 separate shootings the night of their homecoming game. One woman, Jelaya Butler, just 19, was killed. Another man was critically wounded. Campus went into lockdown. Concerts were canceled there. In Mississippi, the tragedy continued at Alcorn State. 29-year-old Brakira Fisher was shot and killed during homecoming festivities near the Industrial Technology Building there. 2 others were hurt. No arrests were made there. The same night, same state, Jackson State, a child was shot in the abdomen near the stadium after their game against Alabama State. Thankfully, that child is recovering, but honestly, no one should be going to surgery after a football game, especially if you're not in the game playing on the field. So 5 schools, dozens injured, multiple dead. Yeah, in all these cases, none of the suspects were students, which raises the question, what's happening at college camp, like HBCU campuses all of a sudden? Every school seems to be responding, though. Lincoln's alumni reportedly are stepping up, helping fund weapon detection and security. Howard is using AI perimeter scans. South Carolina State has new lighting, new cameras, and new trauma hubs. And Alcorn has now drones and bag checks as part of their efforts. But really, what do you think needs to change, if anything? The policies, the culture, the people we allow, I guess, on HBCU yards? Like, it seems like it just happened out of nowhere. Or is this just the progression of the culture that we live in, the gun culture that we live in America, where anything kind of goes. What do you think? Is it a trend or just happenstance?
I think that whenever you have a large crowd of people in a space, like you can't control it. No matter what it is, whether it's a
Right.
homecoming or a festival, whatever it is, like you can't really control that. I don't think that this is an HBCU thing, and I don't think that it should be like framed that way. And I feel like a lot of people are framing it that way.
I mean, 5 schools in 2 weekends, Dex. I mean,
I get it. I hear you, but I don't think that this is the norm or the culture of HBCUs, the norm or culture
it
of
hasn't been.
homecoming.
No.
And I don't think that it will be in the future either. I do think these are isolated incidents. I think they're very unfortunate and tragic, but I think there is a lot to be said about these people who are committing these crimes not being students at the school. That speaks volumes to me, because this is not the campus or the students or the alum that are coming back to do this. This also doesn't really seem like a thing that's planned and plotted out. And I think we use the word mass shooting and it comes across like this is something that was planned out, but I don't think that it is. I think that this is a part of like a lot of people in our culture are angry. And like they pull a gun before they pull a fist. I hate talking like that, but they pull a gun before they pull a fist or whatever. And I think that is this is the result of that, not of HBCUs being targeted or HBCUs being out of control. I think this is isolated incidents with people who cannot control their anger in themselves.
Ty is a HBCU alum, frequenter of Lincoln University. What are your thoughts about attending one? Okay, Ty. What are your thoughts about attending a homecoming in the future? Is it in the cards? Do you think you'll be more cautious now? Is it something that you worry about moving forward?
Well, to be honest with you, it'd make me kind of think if I were like pretending like homecoming is going to scare me moving forward, given that I was raised in Philadelphia, and if I was at Lincoln, that wouldn't even have been my first mass shooting I was involved in. So in that case, I'm not going to be like cautious to go attend my own university. Like if I want to go, I'm going to go. I do find it interesting. I mean, it is a shame. I do think I agree with Dexter that that's like it's more of a societal problem. It's connected to all the issues in society with gun violence, large gatherings, people just not having any concern for the lives of other people, and people lacking emotional intelligence or emotional regulation and ability to resolve conflict in ways that can become safe. It's not even about, put the gun down and fight. It's like, is this conflict even necessary? What is this even about? And like, at what point was this conflict that you were in, whoever these people are, worth the lives of these other people who were in the crowd by the thousands? Like, you're just going to start shooting into a huge crowd of people because what could have possibly been the reason that you felt like you needed to start shooting at a crowd of people who had nothing to do with this in a space where you're a guest. You don't even attend the university. You're not a part of the university. You probably never went to the university. And that's another thing. I think these places are starting to draw bigger crowds of people who don't attend the university and never have. And I don't feel like in my younger days when I was attending Lincoln, I don't recall seeing a whole bunch of people there that had nothing to do with the university. So I feel like that's a newer thing. Like, people just visit different homecomings, but I'm not quite sure.
We also didn't have a football game to attract, all those other people, like on campus when we were going there.
I did.
The football game was you had 1 year of that, but the football game for our years was at a separate, place where we had to drive to. So like no one was coming to homecoming for that. Like, people would come to homecoming, but I think it's a totally different thing when you have not only your fans coming to your homecoming, but you have the away fans too. Like, they're already here, so they're going to stay for homecoming. You have no idea who's here anymore at Lincoln. Like, it's not a big campus. It's not a big enough.
Like, if the game ended at like in the evening, like this happened at like 8-9 o'clock at night, like what are you lingering for? Like, I don't understand it. Like, you had to have
homecoming. Like, you're already
there
here.
There were people going on like homecoming tours though. They were like, oh, I'm hitting Lincoln's homecoming. I'm hitting this homecoming. So people I was talking to, so they're like going to I'm going to Temple because Temple just had their homecoming. I'm going to Temple's homecoming. It's like I'm just going to homecomings like randomly, which I felt was a little odd. I'm like, are you going to Temple's homecoming? I'm like, why would I go to Temple's homecoming?
And it's kids in high school doing this stuff too.
Yeah.
Well, how do you think I heard about it?
That is so bizarre to me.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a culture thing. It's not only for your institute. It's like a wider like cultural.
So that brings these problems that we're seeing at these schools, unfortunately.
Yeah. All right. Prayers for all the HBCUs having homecomings coming up. I know a lot of are canceling.
And something to do about gun violence from the politicians.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing that we need to get done. Some legislation to get things moving in the right direction all around.
Well, I tell you what, you start charging these people with what is it called, unlicensed guns. You start giving them $1 million bill. I bet you they'll calm down after that. And that is what happened in this Lincoln University case, and I commend them for that.
All right, we got a couple of quick stories to hit before we go. All right, Tyler Perry is donating to that church we talked about last week, the Marvin Winans Church.
I, Roberta McCoy, given faith and stand in unity with the vision of perfecting church of sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna work on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what I asked you to do.
So nasty. Well, Tyler Perry has donated $100,000 according to Rolling Loud to Marvin Winans Church, I guess, for this lady, so she don't have to raise the other 800 and whoever else would like to give some money. If true, was it a powerful gesture of support during tough times, or did he just unintentionally send the message that this kind of public correction and even, the way that he responded to her, the tone, should be rewarded? What do you guys think?
Tyler said, I got the lawsuits. I need all the prayers and blessings and seeds to be sowed that I could possibly have. So take this money and run with it. And I don't blame him.
You think he needed it for his
Tyler said, hey, I got lawsuits at the wazoo. Please take this money from me. I need to sow my seed.
It felt like he supported the ignorance that Winans was.
Doesn't it feel like that? I mean, how can it not?
It feels like he really supported him. He didn't say that. Oh, I'm helping the lady out. He donated to the church. So in retrospect, he's donating to his cause. So like.
Well, he puts 10% up there. Tyler Perry, he wants the fruits of his labor. Like
what the blessings that will flow from him giving. Yeah,
no. and plus, you got this big money from Tyler Perry. I bet you the pastor won't be asking for $2,000 next Sunday.
I think that's
he
it.
will.
I bet you
he will.
Good for Tyler, or good on Tyler, I should say, or. Looking kind of shaky.
I mean, most certainly he should donate to whatever he feels is a space where people are getting the gospel. I don't necessarily know if that's the space, but however, Tyler has the right to his money. I think Mr. Winans, Pastor Winans, has acted inappropriately. The explanations that he's given for his conduct do not help, because anything that we do as believers, especially as leaders, can really affect other people in their faith, and it kind of takes away from your mission. So I'm not happy about that. And Tyler Perry's money, I really can't explain why Tyler would do that. Perhaps he planned on donating anyway. I don't really understand understand why he did that at this time.
Timing, yeah,
I don't understand. Like, I'm just going to give this money. Like, I know that the church is under some sort of a deadline to get their building fund off the ground to break ground and work on this building space. So they're under a deadline. So maybe Tyler Perry was like, maybe he can stop harassing the people if I just give him the money so he can start this building that they've been building for, I believe, I want to say it's been like 15 years that they've been building this thing.
Umar over there, ain't there?
Huh?
It's Dr. Umar, ain't it?
Essentially, it's the exact same situation. No lie. Where you've been collecting money for this building and it's just been sitting there.
Permits and stuff, a lot of
a lot of uphill battles. I'm not hating. I'm just saying, let's get it done.
Zoning laws,
That sounds worse than the Trump ballroom. That's bad.
Well, at least this one will get done.
All right, let's talk about the latest developments involving Diddy. Over the weekend, we learned that Diddy is currently serving a 4-year sentence at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center. But they say he was held at knife point in his cell by another inmate. According to reports, it was an intimidation move, letting Diddy know that he's not top dog behind bars. But one that could have easily turned fatal for Diddy. Now, this comes just as his projected release date was confirmed for May 8th, 2028. And we're now looking at nearly 3 more years of Diddy behind bars in a notoriously violent federal facility that has been described as, quote, hell on earth. So, he's Diddy. He's a high profile person. He's already been attacked once. Do you think Diddy makes it to 2028 safely, or will he have to be moved or somehow released early?
Yeah, he still hasn't went to the prison that he's going to serve his whole 3 years in.
Oh, so he's going to be moved. Okay.
Yeah, he's still in Brooklyn House. They remember they haven't come to a conclusion where they want to move him to.
Because he was trying to go to New Jersey, remember?
Yeah, because at first his lawyer was pushing for him to go to a minimum security prison, and the judge was like, nah, So that's why
so you want to see him moved expeditiously?
Yeah,
I want to see Tory Lanez move. Diddy, they're saying that this happened to Diddy. We saw it happen to Tory Lanez, and I want that man out of that jail immediately. Diddy's is probably a lie. They're just trying to get him to the Martha Stewart jail. But we saw that man jump on Tory Lanez. Like that was, and he ain't get moved. So.
We saw that man jump on Tory.
He jumped on his back.
He tore Tory Lanez up.
But the difference between Tory Lanez and Diddy is Tory Lanez is in a state prison, and Diddy's going to a federal facility. Okay. So it's a big difference.
Well, do we wish him the best? Or
yeah he gonna make it.
Okay. Well, good to know.
I got a question. I got a question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can barely speak without coughing. I just assumed you would.
Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry. I didn't take your hint. I didn't know there was a hint to take, but thanks for letting me know. I can read it if you want me to.
Do, please.
Thanks. If I haven't been reading enough tonight. Cappuccino Compliments is the name of the Q on Q&A today. Ty, will you be providing A's? Because it seems like you have been providing A's all night without coughing. But
I'm sorry.
Never mind. Hey, Bro Talk, this happened a few days ago, and I still can't decide if I should be embarrassed or curious. I went to grab coffee with this woman I've been talking to, our real first date. We're in line chatting, just keeping things light. And the woman in front of us has on this really nice jacket. I said, hey, that's a great jacket, mostly because I actually recognized it. I brought the same one for my sister a few weeks ago for her birthday. The woman turns around, smiles, and goes, thanks, you've got a great smile. It came out flirty, and I just froze. I smiled back and said, thank you, nerd. But my date was standing right behind me, watching the whole thing. She didn't say a word, just kind of acted like she didn't notice, which made it even more awkward. Now I don't know what to do. Do I bring it up to the girl I was on the date with and explain that it wasn't flirting, I wasn't trying to flirt? Or do I go back to that same coffee shop and see if the woman in the jacket shows up again? What would you do? Clear the air, move on, or spin the block?
What's happening here?
Right, correct.
Well, what?
This is a whole lot about nothing, brother. A whole lot about nothing.
I'm so confused. So she smiled at you and walked away, and you're gonna spin the block to look for her? or
if his
explain
girl
why
has a problem with him flirting with the other girl.
it's not his girl. You're out on a date, and she didn't say anything about it. She probably didn't notice. That's weird.
It's not your girl.
This is very socially awkward of you to feel like this is a thing.
I think the thanks was very socially awkward. The thanks.
But
what are you doing?
I would just continue to pursue the girl that you were on the date with, because that seems like one in the hand. I'm being worth more than two in the bush. I don't understand why you would go look for the other girl in the coffee shop. I think she'd find it weird if you looked for her, found her, and started trying to like clear the air with her. I don't really know what. I don't understand why you would look for the girl.
Well, he wants to clear the air with the girl, with his future girlfriend that he went on the date with. He just wants to.
Guys, you guys have been married for far too long. Y'all are talking like married people. He wants us to give a homeboy answer. He's not interested in the girl he was on the date with. He wants to go on the date with the girl with the nice jacket. And I'm gonna let you know, brother, go back to the coffee shop and go back to the girl with the nice jacket. He is looking at it like this woman was so fine and gave me this compliment, stopped me in my tracks, and I still gotta go pack coffee for this dud back here who acts like she didn't even hear a nice smile.
Is that what's happening? I was so
to go back and get the coffee date with the girl with the nice jacket. And I say you should do it.
Is that what's happening? I had no idea.
100% what's happening here. Because you wouldn't even ask about this second woman if you really cared about the.
You wouldn't even
girl
remembered her. Yeah,
that you wanted to go out with. If she's like, she would have said anything, acknowledged it, pretended like she cared. You would have been like, "Oh shoot, let me fix this." You don't want to fix it. You want her to bring it up so you can argue with her, push her to the curb, and go back and find that lady with the nice jacket.
Yo, Dex, this dude is so lame. This interaction took like 5 seconds. Hey, nice jacket. Oh, nice smile. She kept it moving. She turned right back around, got her coffee, and left.
Eric, you understand? He just got his braces taken off. He just got his braces taken off, and she said, "Nice smile." That warmed that man's whole body up. Like he don't know what to do with himself right now.
Got that weekend fade.
Oh my goodness, he was ready.
So basically, what you're saying is he wanted to go after this girl, but it was too awkward because his other date was there, and he was more interested in this girl. So he was like, "I really want to go find her."
Yeah, he said he liked the jacket because it was his sister's jacket. He didn't really have any interest in the girl.
The jacket, he had no interest in that lady until she turned around and gave him that compliment. And when she hit him with that compliment, he saw her, he saw the order that she was getting or whatever, and was like, "Oh, this is my speed right here." The little dud that he was with, she probably got one of them long orders from Starbucks where you mixing 17 different things together. A loser.
Damn, Dex.
I can just tell. I can see it. Like, watch y'all gonna have this man saddled with her for the rest of his life. Watch.
He was smitten.
Saddled with her. I'm
saddled with that one. No ball and chains. That one. There.
Next, the producers are in my ear. They said you said something. They wanted clarification. You said that they want to push him to the what?
What?
You said push him to the curve or curb. Which one did you say? The producer. You said the man wants to push her to the curve or curb. Which one did?
Either one. She just like the hell on. Like he don't want her to be around. Like no.
The producers are telling me you said curve, and I just wanted to make sure you knew it was curb.
Well, I probably did say curve because I was thinking like that man. He saw the curves on that woman that said nice smile. Shorty that was with him, she didn't have no curves at all, so he wants to push her to the curb.
Okay. There we go. Thank you.
That dude is a lame man.
Well, we wish him the absolute best, and hopefully he spins the block and gets the one that he's really after.
I mean, do your thing, sir. I apologize. I misunderstood what was happening. Apparently,
you didn't see the play. You didn't see the play.
I was like, I didn't see that. I'm like, well, what's going on here?
You don't got the vision no more. You can't see it.
Look, when you reach year 5, it's over for you. You married now.
For more Q&A, hit us up at brotalklive.com/questions. Jason?
So press record and let you feel me.
Time, making up time. I know you're tired. I'm making it up. Don't you worry. I've made it up. Look, we went through like 2 segments in like 15 minutes. We're making it up here. on the back end. All right, the theme for this week is sickos. People who very sick in the head. Okay. Eric gave us one. So we're going to be ready for that one. He knows which one this is. But first, we'll start off with just the theme, sickos. So these are people, like I said, sick in the head, got a lot going on. This first one got turned over in a porta potty and came out smiling.
No, you're lying. Oh my God. No, you're lying.
Yo!
What the fuck? No! What? No, bro. No.
He
See, can I make a quick comment? See, this is the difference between when white people party and black people party. Somebody would have got shot if somebody would have turned a black person over in a porta potty. He came out shooting.
To be honest with you, if that was me in that porta potty, send me the glory. I have nothing to live for at this point. Like I don't even need to be around anymore.
You'd have came out shooting.
New fear unlocked. Getting knocked over in a porta potty.
Because do you know what you were covered in?
He came out smiling, laughing at him.
Oh, that was an embarrassing smell because he got to sit in his car, and that smell is never going to get out. And that blue dye, that's in your seats forever, brother.
I'm not sitting in my car with that. I'm taking them clothes off. Sorry.
You gonna go home naked?
Absolutely. You wanted to throw me out. You must want to see something. A little something. I'm taking these clothes off. There's no way I'm sitting in my car with that.
They're gonna pull you over, sir. Why are you naked? Why
I'm
do you smell like
leather because I was assaulted at a party. Thank you for coming. I can now make my report without having to stop by tomorrow. You guys obviously have it on video.
They're gonna have you hosed down in that jail cell, butt naked.
Yeah,
if I must serve time, let me hit the showers first, please and thank you.
Please and thank you.
End up in El Salvador. Good luck. Next up, we have below 2025. Speaking of police statements, in the police station, a woman had to blow a breathalyzer, and she didn't really have the technique down.
No, you're stopping. It's not even close. You're stopping. You don't have to put the whole tube in your mouth again. Just wrap your lips right here and seal it. So don't open your mouth like that. Just
too big?
Yeah, way too big. All right, just put it in your
lower.
Just put your lips right there. Don't open your mouth. Just put your lips right there.
I feel dehydrated.
I know. Right there. Don't open your mouth. You don't have to open your mouth like that. Right there. It has to be way longer than that. All right. Just like.
He's enjoying that, man. He's enjoying that.
Yeah, sicko.
Yeah.
Can you play that?
Yeah,
No,
I would be.
I've actually seen people pretend they didn't know how to use a breathalyzer when they knew it would come up. So
you act drunk, so you don't have to blow drunk. Like
they don't know how to do it. I've actually seen that happen before. Like they pretend they don't know how to do it until the police officer gets annoyed and it's like find something else.
Oh, but I don't think she was trying to get him annoyed though. I think she was going for another emotion. When he put his finger up there, she went for that finger. He said, punch you in your face. You better move.
Is it too big? Like, okay.
When she did that would have pissed me off because now you're trying to play.
Yeah, she wasn't going to try and play.
All right. Next up, we have flooded. He's just sitting.
Yo, I want to know, did he survive that? Yo,
he live streaming suicide. That's actually pretty sad.
The video
right, that's sad.
You know, that's like my biggest fear in the world. Like I always usually say like drowning, like in water, but being in a car and brown water coming in there, that's like worse than put me up in a porta potty than that.
No. Seriously, did he survive that?
Yes.
That's kind of sad, bro. Like
It's not a
You're
noted
saying yes, you
suicide.
know this.
Well, this is not a noted suicide appointment that went viral or anything like that. No, this is a stunt artist who does things like this. So that's
Oh, gotcha. It looked like suicide. I'm glad he's okay.
yeah. Okay. As you can see, it only got to his lap. I'm sure he got out after it got.
No,
to
he
his lap.
didn't, because he couldn't open the door. It's covered the door. He did not get out of the car.
Other
There's no
side, he
cover.
was clearly leaning down.
No, that man is gone. If he's not going to have him on the show next week.
We'll try to find him. Sickos. All right. Next up, the one that Eric submitted, jail chicken.
Broke ass boys ain't talking about nothing. You hear me? Yeah, big money. You see the drip. You see the chicken frying. Argue with your mama. You hear me?
Yo, these niggas is these niggas is frying chicken in the toilet.
Back again. Let me look for signs. It's no way.
Yeah, they is
These broke ass boys ain't talking about nothing. You hear me? Yeah, big money. You see the drip. You see the chicken frying. Argue with your mama. You hear me?
I'm looking for something. That's what I'm looking for.
There is just no way. Like those guys, their skin is way too good to be in jail. They have perfect hairlines, jewelry, teeth done. That can't be jail.
They got snacks. They frying chicken.
They got the whole 18-pack of chips.
Broke ass boys ain't talking about nothing. You hear me? Yeah, big money. You see the drip. You see the chicken frying. Argue with your mama. You hear me?
Would you eat?
Yeah.
Would you eat
How
the
did
chicken?
chicken fry in the? How
Well,
did
they got that little thermal thing that heats it up.
They heat the oil up.
Yeah.
Where'd you get the oil from?
Where'd you get the oil?
That's the question.
Out the kitchen.
Commissary? I don't know.
Out the kitchen. They probably stole it out the kitchen.
In jail. That was a total stunt.
And what made you put the oil in the toilet of all places?
Where else you gonna put it?
Because it's a
Maybe
metal.
we don't have to have chicken tonight.
It's metal. And I will say that's not fake, because there's a couple other videos of people were frying chicken in toilets. Man.
Oh, you think that's the part that's crazy about this? That is not fake. Got it.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
What is it big with you? The folding table that's in the room holding the chips?
Broke ass boys ain't talking about nothing. You hear?
The bed. My bad. That's not even a folding table. That's a bed.
I didn't.
That's the bed.
Chicken out the toilet. How are they getting the chicken out of the toilet?
Yeah, they fish it out.
How they gonna be like this? Grab with
Fish it out with the hanger.
I can tell you for sure, and I can say this with confidence, fried chicken does not taste that good to be doing all that. Like, it does not. It's not that good. You don't miss it that much. You can go without it.
But the toilet looked clean.
No, it didn't. It looked like a
Broke
toilet.
ass boys ain't talking about nothing. You hear me? Yeah, big money. You see the drip. You see the chicken frying. Argue with your mama. You hear me?
How you gonna call me broke? You in jail frying chicken in the toilet, brother.
Yeah, but look, you see the chains. You see
But
the
you saw
chains.
the drip though.
You see the drip.
Okay.
He better than you.
But could you
I
imagine
will-
though being in jail and being like, I guess poor, normal in jail with like, begging your family to send you a couple dollars, and then the people down the hall are selling frying chicken and whatnot. Like how am I poor in jail? Like,
If I had big chains like that, I wouldn't wear them in jail. How'd you get your hands on those?
somebody needs to be fired. I'll tell you that. Like there is a guard at that place that needs to be on unemployment, because what are you doing?
Ty, there are orifices.
Yeah. That guard that's probably on that tier didn't care nothing about that. As long as he got the big piece of chicken on his shift, he probably did not care.
I'm honestly speechless. I'm trying to come up with like entertaining.
There's ways to get things into jail. There are orifices.
I tell you what, though. I tell you what, Eric, you got this one this week.
What in the world?
That's the one that wins for sure.
Yeah, that wins. I mean, I'm floored. I don't even know what to say.
Yo, they got fried chicken and snacks. They living, man. They do.
Well, shout out to Eric.
That's why these fools keep going back. Like, y'all got to stop. Y'all got to stop.
Ty, they're cutting off benefits on the outside, and you can fry chicken in a toilet on the inside.
Y'all got to stop with the creativity in jail, because I need y'all to come out. Like, y'all got to come out of there. Like, y'all got to stop this.
Eric's the first user submitted or panel submitted video to win this year. So shout out to Eric.
That was good.
Yeah, that's the one that's the only one that's got approved. Because I think you a lot more crazy.
Here we go.
Dexter does it, yeah, you know I'm the man. Trying out the favors, sticking with the plan. Wanna take you on a journey, show you how it's done. Dexter's in the house, let's have some fun.
So I'll be really quick with this Dexter Does It for this week. So guys, you know I like to coin myself as the greatest father to ever exist. I'm one of the greatest parents to ever do it. So a couple weeks ago, a friend of mine actually said to me, Dexter, I'm having a baby. And I'm like, oh my God, congratulations. I was so excited for him. And I said, I think the natural next step would be, I said, send me your registry. So they sent me over the registry, and then I sent them back some notes on the registry, and they were offended by it. But I was telling them what they should get on there, what they need to take off, because I know. And they were deeply offended by that. So I decided that I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the top 5 things that you need on your baby registry if you're going to be a new parent. Outside of the obvious, like Pampers and wipes and stuff like that. But these are the things that you need to get on there. You need to get a diaper genie. I don't care if you live in a house, apartment, or a shelter. Do not put no dirty diapers inside of your regular trash can. You got to get a diaper genie, and you got to get the inserts to go inside of it so that it at least tries to smell pleasant. And if you tell me that you don't get a diaper genie, I'm judging. Next, you got to get those gas drops. Even if your baby is fine with the milk or whatever, get the gas drops. It will save you a lot of.
Hold up. It should be fine.
Well, not necessarily for passing gas. It's for them to get constipated because babies they're new out. Like they got to get used to the milk and whatnot. So like
gas drops, but okay.
If their stomach is a little tight and they're lactose intolerant or whatever the case may be, get you some gas drops. And if you don't have to use them, consider yourself lucky. Next up, you guys got to get a Snuggle Me. A Snuggle Me, there's a website. It's called snuggleme.com. They're perfect. You cannot get the cheap ones off of Amazon or whatever. You got to go to the website.
What does the Snuggle Me do?
What the heck is that?
It's basically like it's like something for the baby to lay in when they're like resting. So you won't put them in like a bassinet or a crib or anything like that. This is when they're newborns. You put them in the Snuggle Me, and it kind of holds them in almost as if they're like still in the womb. It's nice and it's cozy for them. They love it. If you are going to breastfeed, you must get a baby Brezza. It is a non-negotiable. You have to have a baby Brezza. In fact,
you have to explain what these things are for people who don't.
Sorry. A baby Brezza is a machine that actually you put your formula in there and it makes it for you.
It's a Keurig for a baby formula.
And it is the best invention that's on the market. You have to get one of those. And then finally, you have to make sure that you get those little month calendar things. Like every month you have to take a picture of your child to document their stages in life. It is a non-negotiable. Everybody should be doing that from month 1 to month 12. There should be a photo of your child that should be turned into a calendar and presented to your child on their first birthday. That has been Dexter Does It for a week.
Did you do that?
I'm not finished.
Okay. I was gonna say you gotta show us, but I don't think you want to do it.
I'm actively like working on it, but we ain't at 1 year yet. But when we get to 1 year, I'm gonna present her calendar.
Ty, did you do any of this?
I'm the worst parent. I don't do any of that stuff. No.
How many of those things on the list did you have, Ty?
Most of the stuff except the baby thing, the Brezza, whatever it is. I didn't have that.
You did the gas drops? I didn't do no gas drops.
For my first child, not my second. Second child didn't need them.
Y'all ain't do no diaper rash stuff. I feel like you need Desitin and all that stuff.
I feel like, but I feel like those are like. My baby actually has not had diaper rash at all. But I feel like those are things that are just like natural. You should know. You should have. We use Aquaphor. You should definitely have Aquaphor.
Well, that's 2 different things, but yeah, of course.
But I'm just saying, like, there's certain things I feel like you just natural. Like, you got to get Aquaphor, you got to get diapers, you got to get wipes. If you really want to do like the right type of diapers and wipes, I can tell you about those too.
Okay.
But
we're not.
I know people have their preferences. Y'all like to use Pampers and Huggies, so I won't call your baby.
Y'all don't be that.
I just know how people like to do. They like to go with those brands, and I don't do that. I use Millie Moons.
Thanks for that, Dex. Anybody want to give any feedback to Dex on? Should we grade his Dex?
What are you gonna say? Thank you.
Dex, you have highlighted some of the most useless stuff that people don't use that we get at baby showers that we don't never use. Like, that is crazy.
The diaper genie is important. Everything else was kind of.
Wait, say that again, Jason.
The diaper genie was important. Everything else was kind of.
Like, you're that lazy that you
just don't take the diaper. Bottom of your diaper genie.
Say that again, Ty.
You get those little charcoal bags for the bottom of your diaper, Jeannie.
I don't use charcoal
Yes,
bags because I like the bags to be in different colors. So I use their like Diaper Genie actually makes like different ones, and Arm & Hammer does it too. So they're like colors. So like it's kind of cool because it's different colors.
You know what I put in there, Ty? I put one of the little trash bags. I put a trash bag in there.
Yeah.
No, you can't do that.
Why not? The trash bag fits perfectly in there.
No, it doesn't.
One of them little kitchen bags? Absolutely.
Oh, I use the recommended bag thing, and I put charcoal at the bottom.
My thing, it connects to it, so you don't use no like separate bag. Use the bag that it comes with.
Yeah, but if you remove that whole mechanism, that's what Jason does.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Because I like the addition of extra security of a trash bag rather than having those little thin. And we don't have to get into this. The thin Diaper Genie bags. But
well, you know what? Maybe I'll start using trash bags too, because when it's time to take them thin Diaper Genie bags out and they try to cut up and rip and stuff like that, and no telling what's going to come out. You're right. Maybe I should start using trash bags too.
You live and you learn.
Yeah.
That's crazy. My kids are older than y'all. So we just put it in a trash bag and take it outside. Put it in
I know it smelled crazy in there, wasn't
You
it?
do not take it outside immediately. You be letting it sit in your house in the same. You be frying that chicken. You be frying that chicken, and with that nasty thing in your kitchen.
Dex, stop being cute with Eric.
Dexter, remember what I told you earlier?
Speaking of earlier, we do have something that we want to address. Eric, it's not seats tonight, but we did want to address something that we found offensive. The fact that you don't show your Sam's Club card when you walk through, and you don't show your receipt as you exit Walmart with the greeters and all that stuff. What's going on with that?
I don't care what none of y'all think. Like that don't bother me.
It's inappropriate.
Jason, is this intervention?
It needs it. Eric, sit down while we tell you this.
You can catch it too.
This weekend, when you go to Sam's Club or BJ's or Costco's, we want you to pull that card out and show it with pride. That you are.
Dex,
we want
I tried.
to show it.
Dex, I tried to warn you, motherfucker. Stop playing with me.
So when you walk through, do you even like give them a hint? Do you acknowledge them at all, or do you just act like you don't hear them?
I walk by because first of all, we're going to go with Sam's Club. First of all, if I don't have a membership with Sam's Club, I can't buy anything out of the store. So if I already have a membership, so I don't need to show it to you as I'm walking in, and as I'm walking out, I've already purchased it because you watched me go through the line. You know what I mean? So
wait, you don't let them mark the receipt after you leave out.
Look, motherfucker, you not understanding what I'm just telling you. Stop playing.
And quickly, before we leave, your McDonald's etiquette as well. So when they tell you to pull forward into one of the parking spaces because your meal is not ready yet, you refuse to move, and I think that's also a violation.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
he doesn't move forward when they tell him to pull forward.
I don't do that. Yeah.
So what you just sit there while they be like,
listen to me. When I order my food and I get to the register, and they be like, "Oh, it's not ready yet. Can you move forward?" No, I can't move forward. Yo, get me my food. So,
well, you're holding up the rest of the line.
Yeah, because there's people behind you whose food is ready.
I don't care about that. My food, obviously, my food is not ready. If you're telling me to move forward to space number 2, yo, I'm not moving.
You can't tell them no. Like that's rude.
What do people say to you? Like they just be like, okay, no problem.
Nothing. What you going? First
I've
of all,
never received to say no in that situation. That's actually hilarious.
But it's bizarre because like I'm actually taken aback by it, but I'm taken aback by it because like I should be doing the same thing. Why am I moving? If my food
every time they say that. This is what's been happening to me for the last 6 years that I've known this about him.
Like low key, I like that's a good idea. Like, why am I moving? Can you pull to the side? You ordered first, but their food is finished first, so you move.
Yeah, I think I'm sitting here. No, you make my food.
No, I'm not moving. Why would I move?
We're sorry.
You never give me my product yet that I paid for.
I think he might be onto something with the Sam's Club thing too. Because why are you marking it off? Like that shows to me you don't trust me. You think I'm gonna come in here and pick the same items up and put in my cart again and steal them?
Yeah.
No, you should trust me. Eric, you might be a genius.
Marking it off.
You might be.
Please don't take his advice, people. He's not a good influence.
Yeah, take my advice. Take my advice. You'll get out of Sam's Club faster. You'll get out of line faster when you go to the drive-thru.
No one's ever stopped you and like ran you down from Walmart or Sam's Club to say, sir, I need to check.
He
your
shows
receipt."
his receipt at Walmart for sure.
First of all, I don't run anywhere, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't.
No, I'm saying no
when
one chases you down though, like
chase me down for what?
to see your receipt.
What are you chasing me down for? Whatever.
You didn't follow the protocols in the room.
Hey. You didn't let us mark your thing off. We got to see that.
Whatever.
You know what's crazy? It'd be the managers it'd probably like this young manager or whatever that'll send some old lady after him. Hey, go get that guy. Go get him.
She take 3 steps. He's gone.
Old man Bob is not running out of Walmart trying to mark my receipt.
Oh, you'd be surprised. You come to Philadelphia, they will.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
So if there's a lot of people waiting, I just want clarity. If there's a lot of people waiting to get out because they're waiting for old lady to swipe with the highlight, you just walk around all of them?
I walk around them. I don't stop. I walk around them. Like, first of all, I'm not stopping, period. Like, I'm gonna keep going. Like, I ain't waiting in line. Waiting in line for what? I didn't already purchased my product. I'm walking out. I ain't. What am I standing there for?
And you know it's so bad now because they don't give out bags, so he's walking out with things in his hand.
Yo, what Walmart you go to? The Walmart I go to give out bags, buddy.
Oh no, they don't bag.
No, it's a Pennsylvania thing. They
Pennsylvania
stop
at all.
plastic
No
bags all throughout. Yeah.
But even if you didn't have a bag, you wouldn't stop. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Okay.
I'm
We wish all the Walmarts the absolute best and hope that the greeters are that they know that their job, is actually valuable. That's why I stop. I want them to know that their jobs are valuable.
After November 1st, they're gonna be the first ones to go. They're gonna be cutting back salary.
For time, for Bill, for Eric. This has been another edition of Pro Talk Live. We hope Snap gets resolved, and we will see you guys next week. Peace out.
They're gonna be the first ones to go.